fresh, I rock well.
First we have Raj Tiwary. Raj is a native New Yorker whose parents immigrated from the beautiful island of Trinidad. Raj is currently the COO of the Ultimate Vapor Source, located just a short walk from here at 43A West 29th Street on the second floor. Please be sure to stop by and say hi to Raj. The Ultimate Vapor Source was voted #1 smoke and vape shop in New York City for the second year in a row. It's also received the 2016 Yelp Award for Best Customer Experience. And according to Google, it's the #1 best vape shop in all of Manhattan. In addition to his award-winning vape business, Raj also has over 13 years of corporate pharmacy experience and has been prominently featured in New York Times, MSNBC, New York One, The Village Voice, and Time Out Magazine. Please welcome Raj. How did you make that transition from pharmacy work to...
So I was actually working at a trade show for a small pharmacy company I started. I used to do American-made products. I'd ship it overseas, basically. So my partner in this, actually, he met me. He said this was about 5 years ago. He said, listen, there's something new coming up, and you know, it's picking up, and I think you do great in it. And I was like, oh yeah, it sounds great. What is it? He's like, oh, it's cannabis. And I'm like, get out of here. I was like fresh out of school. There was farthest thing to my mind. And then we met again, and he's seen me working, and he's like, no, you need to be a part of this. You just have to come see it. What if you just come with me over there, you know? Spend some time with me, hang out. It was actually a show in Vegas at the time. And right there and then he booked it, and that was it. I went over, I seen it was a completely different world. This was like 4 years ago, before everything started to relax a little bit. And I seen that it was actually something that is real. There's real business taking on. There's really people who are working in it, and working for quite some time actually also. So that's when I believed in it. I had a small understanding of a vaporizer. It was something that I have seen before. I just didn't understand the concept. Usually if you see a vaporizer, you think more maybe on like an asthmatic medication or something like aerosol-y, you know? With this, when they started using it for dries and different elements, things like that, I honestly did not understand any piece of it at all, to the point where I wanted to learn everything about it. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of products just coming in, so it was just a matter of time of just handing it out and just seeing what was good about this, what was bad about that, learning different companies. Each company was a little bit different from the other one, and I literally went through each piece and learned every single piece of it, and I just educated myself. That's honest. I mean, we all go to school, right? So a teacher comes up and says, hey, chapter 10. And it's up to you to pick up chapter 10, you know? So that's what I did. I took my time and I just tried to learn each thing the best I possibly could.
And in terms of taking the real estate, did you open the store right away? Was that a process?
The store opening by itself probably took a month. I mean, to find any real estate in New York City is just not easy at all, as you know. And even if you find a great place, it's not going to come at a great price. So we were lucky enough that we had not only what we felt was a great location. We had a good landlord that we
Did the landlord know what you were selling?
The landlord didn't know what we were selling. You know, fortunately for us, it's a little different here in New York. So we specialize in the vaporizers that a lot of people you see have switched over nicotine usage, I should say. They're using it to stop smoking or to assist them on switching over from another consumption. So that was the same time all of this was coming up, and the second we opened up and we put out the sign, I can't say that we did not have a slow stream of traffic just coming in, and it just kept building and building and building.
And what does your average customer look like? Young people?
My average customer actually, I would say, is 30 to 65, 70.
Pretty vast range.
Yeah. I would even say older than, 30 is very, very young. I would really say about 40, 50, 60. I get a lot of what they call it, suburban housewives. Mom comes in, it's like I'm looking for a device. And I'm like, I'm talking to her, and I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? She's like, oh, I take it from my son. They have zero clue of what a vaporizer is. They have no clue the function behind it. They don't even know what it is they want. They may have seen it, heard it through the grapevine, maybe seen a glimpse of it on a YouTube channel or something. It's new technology to them. Think about it as your parent or something. You hand them an iPhone now, and you're like, yeah, do the Snapchat. it's not happening. They're not figuring it out. They don't understand it, you know? So it's kind of like they have to be babied into it to learn how to press the buttons on the microwave to get everything cooking.
And now, Raj, you have parents. So when you told them that you wanted to open a marijuana vaporizer shop, how did that go?
At first, the first person I told obviously was my mother, right? So she's the one, she's a confidant, she's the one like, you know, you can really open up to, at least in my world. And I went to her and I'm like, Mom, there's something coming up and blah, blah, blah. And my mom's a very understanding person, so she's willing to hear. She just can't process so well. So she's like, I can see her, she's like, she doesn't understand it. She doesn't know what I'm talking about really. She's like, you know, and I'm like, no, Mom. It's like, because I'm not producing the eggs. I'm just selling a bunch of frying pans, you know? So I'm not making the egg. I'm just, you know, I have non-stick. I have, you know, crack 2 eggs, make sunny side up. So then she started to understand. I said, you know, I'm not actually touching the product or anything like that. I started giving her information. Like I said, it's one thing to have conversation, especially if you can keep a conversation with whomever your mentors, your elders are, whoever it is that's that top person in your life. It's good to have conversation with them and just educate them, because honestly, we're living in an information world right now, and if they can't get it because they have no means of going on YouTube, or they don't know how to go through the whole Time Warner experience to pull up a channel and to research these things, it's really up to the younger generation to just say, hey, you know, Mom, there's new information out. This is something you should look at. Let me play this for you. And that way she has a better understanding of what I do, because if your family's not supporting you in anything you do, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. It's just the truth of it. Being in the cannabis industry in New York City is not something you can just put up on a billboard or advertise. People are coming in there, they're like, oh, I have this, can I smoke it in there? I'm like, no.
I was in the store yesterday, and two guys walked in and said, do you mind if we just
Like, oh,
stand in the corner and...
Can I fill this here? I was like, no, dude, no. You have to maintain a certain protocol throughout everything, because you just never know who's that person in front of you. You know, at least we're in a safe zone here where we can comfortably speak and have a conversation. There's people that don't even want to have a conversation with you, you know, so you always have to think twice, you know, when dealing with someone, because, you know, you just don't know who's a friend and who's a foe. Other than that, it's a touch and go situation. You want to do more visuals when you're advertising stuff, because then people know what it's used for, and if they don't know what it's used for, they'll ask someone, hey, what is this? And like, oh, that's what you use for this. And it's the conversational piece still, you know. That was a major problem with us. We do have, you know, systems for merchant accounts, and we're able to do payments and things like that. So that wasn't a big problem for us, but it was just conducting business and trying to show off all our products without them taking it to the next level.
Raj, what piece of advice would you have for folks who want to get into the legal game in New York?
So if you're in New York City and you're looking to get into the industry, the best thing that I can say is do exactly what you're doing right now, but just find a way to do it within the industry. I wouldn't say leave your job and jump ship and kick over the table and, you know, go out with unless you could, then go right ahead. But you want to think it out. You want to think it through. You definitely want to come to more meetings like this, go to a Women's Grow meeting, network with other people in the industry. There's tons of good groups that come around, the Cultural Association, High and Wide, Women's Grow, different chapters that you can go to, meet people who are like-minded. You want to definitely associate yourself with people who are running for the same thing you are. And then you want to figure out your strengths. You want to know where it is that you can fit and play into it, you know? Most of the people want to grow or cultivate. You know, everyone I've spoken to at all my shows, at any trade show I go to, they'll come up and be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna get in the industry. I'm like, oh, good, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna grow the best. The industry is really changing rapidly when it comes to cultivation. Like, you have to honestly be really good at what you do. Yeah. You have to have a deep passion for it, an understanding for different, just different processes to grow. It's not as simple as everyone thinks it is, because at the end of it, they're testing that. They're going to test that to make sure there's no pesticides in it, no chemicals in it. So growing is, if you're thinking about growing, keep that at home right now, you know? If you're into technology and you know about web development, if you're an accountant, if you're a photographer, if you are anything that circles around the industry, you definitely have a place in it because it's still growing, you know? And these are all the sectors that they definitely need for you to fill. There's already enough growers out there, there'll always be enough growers out there because everyone wants to be that person, but not everyone's going out there selling tomatoes, you know? So it's definitely, if you're already good at something, stay good at it. Stay on that track, but look for a way where you can take your talents and implement it in just another part of the cannabis industry.